Sunday's pay-per-view event with victories, questionable as they may be. For listen to this, everyone from Fortune to Abyss to Jeff Jarrett to the World Heavyweight Champion Jeff Hardy. And Taz, when it comes to maintaining power and maintaining control, Immortal remains large and in charge here in TNA.
Oh, you're looking right now in full effect. The power team, the power group, the power period right here in TNA Immortal. No doubt about it. Can't deny this, Mike.
But we can talk about the controversial nature of the victories for Immortal this past Sunday in Turning Point, including Matt Morgan in his loss to the TNA World Heavyweight Champion Jeff Hardy. We'll talk about that throughout tonight's Impact broadcast.
And we love each and every one of you people. Every single one of you. From the bottoms of our hearts. Am I right? An incredible night for Immortal. I don't know where to begin, so I'm going to begin with the biggest guy. The man who out-poped the Pope. The man who out-congregated the congregation. He's not only the biggest and the scariest, he's the smartest monster in the world. Give it up for Abyss! And you know what? Without a question in anybody's mind, I know a lot of fans that check out TNA also watch this little thing called MMA and UFC or whatever that stuff. Right here is a man who put on a mixed martial arts clinic at the pay-per-view Sunday night. This man put on a clinic that the entire Gracie family had to admire. This man is a mixed martial arts specialist, none other than the king of the mountain, the founder, the reason you are all here. Give it up, Double J, Jeff Jarrett.
In all this excitement, I forgot to say that thank you, because it proves to the world that Immortal and Fortune and this group dominate this sport like none other. We are, woo, what wrestling and TNA are all about.
Well, let me put it plain and simple like this. This is how we throw it up, because in the end, it's all about fame and it's all about fortune. Now at Turning Point, one of the most homicidal, suicidal, genocidal men is now doing this in the unemployment line, courtesy of Fortune. And I'm not through yet. EV2, I'm going to send another one of you home tonight. Now, we're not going to fire him. I'm not saying that. No, Stevie Richards, I'm going to cripple you tonight. I'm going to break that skinny little neck of yours, and you'll never wrestle again.
Nicely done, nicely done. But you know, as exciting as Turning Point was, the biggest moment in Immortal's history thus far was the very first title defense of none other than the TNA Immortal World Heavyweight Champion. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Jeff Hardy!
We touched on the questionable nature of the Immortal Sweep this past Sunday at Turning Point. But to me, none of the victories was more controversial than Jeff Hardy retaining the TNA World Heavyweight Championship over Matt Morgan.
I don't know, controversial might be a little bit of a stretch, Mike. I mean, there was a couple of impactful twists of hates by the TNA champion on the very impressive Matt Morgan. There's no doubt that our off-colored, bizarre world champion, Jeff Hardy, definitely has got some controversy in his life, for sure.
Turning Point was the coming out party for the TNA World Heavyweight Champion, Jeff Hardy. I annihilated Matt Morgan, destroying him, leaving his hopes and dreams with the invisibility of the wind. Overrated my ass. As I look down at all of you, it's clear and safe to say that I am the disciple. I am the chosen one. And I have sipped from the fountain of youth, the holy cup of Hulkamania. Therefore I am and forever will be immortal.
But the night is about to get just a little more exciting. We've got a very special guest for you. Stand up, bow down, give it up for the one, the only, the true immortal, Hulk Hogan!
Before there was this new regime, the man who lent his name to the shocking formation of the most powerful group ever assembled in professional wrestling, Hulk Hogan, he wants to be a part of the party.
Well, we haven't seen the Hulkster here on Impact quite some time. A nice special attraction, rare appearance as of late. The Immortal One himself, the legendary Hall of Famer, Hulk Hogan.
To be surrounded by nothing but family. Do you know what it feels like? Well, you know, when I came to TNA, when I made the deal to run this company, the one thing that I requested, the one thing that I had to have was this right here. I had to have Ric Flair. Because without Ric Flair, you just don't have a wrestling company. And while I've been out the last few weeks taking phone calls, chasing leads down, my phone has been ringing off the hook once Immortal was formed. I've been taking care of the next big thing for Immortal. And on the backside, Ric Flair, you've done a great job keeping it all together right here, getting everybody on their toes, making everybody step up. because the level that you raised, the bar that you raised, brother,